My child, my beloved, come here softly. Do not rush. Do not blink. Do not look away. Because what I am about to tell you is not ordinary news. This is something heaven has been waiting to deliver to you for a very, very long time. My beloved, before I speak further, I must ask you gently. Are you listening from your heart and not just from your mind? Because this message is spiritual. This message is alive. This message carries the breath of God within it. Archangel Michael says, "Your name was spoken in a place where only chosen souls are called." Something has been released for you. A shift is happening around your life. And heaven is not allowing you to skip this message, because if you do, you will cry later wondering why you didn't hear it. My child, there is a red alert surrounding your destiny. But do not be afraid. This is not a tragedy alert. This is a miracle alert. A breakthrough alert. Something you have prayed for, cried for, waited for, begged for, is finally moving toward you. But hear me carefully. There is a force trying to stop it. A shadow that wants to delay your blessing. This shadow has been watching you closely. It has seen your pain. It has watched your tears. It has listened to every quiet prayer in the night. But now, heaven has stepped in. And the angel who guards your destiny has refused to allow this blessing to pass you by. My beloved, you must listen now. You must not leave. You must not ignore this. Because the next words I say will rewrite your tomorrow. My child, listen closely. Because from this point forward, your life will not remain the same. There is a reason your spirit has been restless. There is a reason your heart has felt like it was waiting for something without knowing what that something was. You have been standing on the edge of a divine shift. And now, the shift is here. My beloved, heaven has declared a red alert over your destiny, not to frighten you, but to wake you. Because something has been happening behind your back. Something involving your name, your blessings, your future, your next chapter. And God could not allow you to be blind anymore. My child, you have been watched by angels and also watched by those who did not want to see you rise. There is someone who has been speaking softly against your blessings. Someone who has been silent outside, but loud in their heart. Someone who smiles in front of you, but their spirit cannot handle your light. Your angel is not allowing this message to be skipped because if you skip this, their plan becomes stronger. But if you listen, their power collapses. My beloved, you have been kept safe through situations you didn't even know were dangerous. There are nights you slept peacefully, but heaven was fighting wars for you. There were moments where something could have gone wrong, but it didn't, because an angel stood in front of you. And now that same angel has come again with urgency in its wings. Listen carefully. You have been chosen to receive something big. Not ordinary. Not small. Not something anyone around you is ready for. This is why you have felt different. This is why your path looked lonely. This is why your heart has carried a weight you couldn't explain. You were being prepared for a miracle that does not belong to everyone. But there is a barrier. A barrier that must break. A delay that must end. A cycle that must close. My child, do not move away now. Do not allow distraction to take you. Because what I am about to say next is the turning point. Your blessing is not somewhere far away. It is not in the future. It is not hidden in a distant timeline. It is at your door. It is literally close. So close that if you knew how near it was, you would fall to your knees and weep. But here is the truth, you have been fighting against something that you cannot see. There is an energy that has tried to dim your spirit. An energy that wanted you exhausted. Tired. Emotionally drained. Confused. Lost. Unsure of yourself. Because when your spirit is tired, you stop expecting miracles. And when you stop expecting miracles, you stop receiving them. But heaven is intervening. Right now. Right here. In this very moment. My beloved, something is about to break. But before it breaks, you must wake up inside. You must hear instead of only reading. You must feel instead of only thinking. Because what comes next is not just words. It is revelation. My child, take a deep breath now. Slowly. Do not rush. Feel your heart. Your heart knows I am speaking truth. Because your spirit has already seen what is coming. You are not reading this by accident. This was not random. This was not coincidence. You were called. Chosen. Pulled. Drawn into this moment by the hand of God. And now, I will reveal the truth that has been hidden from your eyes. Are you ready, my beloved? If yes, then say softly inside your heart, I am ready. My beloved, now that you have opened your heart, now that your spirit has said, I am ready, heaven can finally reveal what was being kept from you. Listen. There is a moment in every chosen one's life where the invisible becomes visible, where the silence begins to speak, where the truth that was hidden behind the curtain steps into the light. You have reached that moment. And nothing in your life will remain the same after this. My child, there has been a spiritual conversation about you in the heavenly realm. Your name has been spoken, your story reviewed, your prayers examined, your tears counted like pearls, your silence measured. The angels have watched you walk through storms that would have broken other souls completely. But you did not fall. Even in your weakest moments, you did not surrender your heart to darkness. You may have cried, but you did not collapse. You may have doubted, but you did not detach from God. You may have cracked, but you did not shatter. This is why heaven is moving now. Because your endurance has reached the ears of the divine. My beloved, something is owed to you. Yes, owed. Not gifted. Not random. Not accidental. Owed. Because you paid a price that others did not see. You suffered silently. You healed silently. You protected others while you were hurting. You poured love into places that did not return it. You forgave when your heart was bleeding. You stayed kind in a world that was unkind to you. And heaven saw all of it. This is why the red alert is not a warning of danger, but a warning of arrival. Your blessing is arriving. Your miracle is arriving. Your restoration is arriving. But, there is one last thing you must understand. There is a presence near you that is afraid of you receiving this blessing. Someone who has watched your growth and felt threatened by your light. This is a person who laughs with others, but studies you when no one is watching. They have seen the change in your glow. They have seen your spirit rising. They have sensed a breakthrough forming around you. And they cannot stop it, but they are trying to delay it. This person is close. Not far. Not distant. Not a stranger. They know your smile. They know your habits. They know your goodness. And they are afraid of losing the place they once had in your life. My child, heaven is not exposing this person to make you angry, but to make you wise. Because your blessing requires discernment. Some people cannot go with you where you're going. Not because they are evil, but because their spirit is too small for the life God is preparing for you. The air gets thinner at higher places. Not everyone can breathe where you are headed. This is why God has slowed certain relationships. This is why people have been distancing. This is why old connections have been fading. This is why your heart has been withdrawing without explanation. It is not rejection. It is elevation. You are being lifted. Now, my beloved, take another breath. Because I am about to reveal what is going to happen next in your life. And when you read this next part, your heart will recognize the truth instantly. My beloved, now listen to me very carefully, because what I am about to reveal is the shift moment your soul has been waiting for. Your life is about to open like a gate that has been locked for years, and once it opens, it will not close again. But to receive what is coming, you need to understand why everything felt so heavy recently. My child, your spirit was not tired because you were weak. Your spirit was tired because you were growing. Growth does not feel like power in the beginning. Growth feels like breaking. You felt distance from people not because you lost love, but because your frequency rose beyond theirs. You stopped enjoying certain conversations because your soul matured beyond them. You no longer felt excited by the same habits because your purpose outgrew them. This is why you have felt like a stranger in familiar places. You were not losing yourself. You were becoming yourself. And now, heaven is getting ready to release something that belongs to your next chapter. My beloved, there is a door that was shut in your life. A door that was locked. A door that no matter how much you prayed, or tried, or cried, it simply did not open. That door is opening now. Not because of your strength. Not because of your effort. But because heaven's timing has arrived. Your angel has been holding this blessing, waiting for the precise moment where your heart was strong enough to handle it. And that moment is now. But hear this, with every blessing, comes a decision. You are going to have two choices soon, to return to what is familiar, comfortable, safe, predictable. Or to step into the unknown, the new, the elevated, the miraculous, the divine path you were born for. My child, the familiar will call you back. It always does. The old life will try to pull you into what you already overcame. But the new life will whisper to you gently, quietly, softly, like a voice only your soul can hear. You must follow the whisper, not the noise. Because the miracle you are about to receive is not small. It is not temporary. It is not just an improvement. It is a rebirth. Your finances, your relationships, your emotional strength, your sense of identity, your spiritual clarity, your inner peace, will all begin to move into alignment. Your steps will feel guided. Your sleep will feel deeper. Your heart will feel lighter. Your mind will become sharp. Your intuition will become louder. You will begin to notice signs, repeating numbers, sudden thoughts, dreams that feel real. Goosebumps without reason. A name or memory appearing out of nowhere. A pull toward a new direction. These are not coincidences. This is heaven speaking to you. My beloved, you are about to enter a season where your spirit becomes louder than your fear. And when that happens, everything changes. Now breathe. You no longer felt excited by the same habits because your purpose outgrew them. This is why you have felt like a stranger in familiar places. You were not losing yourself. You were becoming yourself. And now, heaven is getting ready to release something that belongs to your next chapter. My beloved, there is a door that was shut in your life. A door that was locked. A door that no matter how much you prayed, or tried, or cried, it simply did not open. That door is opening now. Not because of your strength. Not because of your effort. But because heaven's timing has arrived. Your angel has been holding this blessing, waiting for the precise moment where your heart was strong enough to handle it. And that moment is now. But hear this, with every blessing, comes a decision. You are going to have two choices soon, to return to what is familiar, comfortable, safe, predictable. Or to step into the unknown, the new, the elevated, the miraculous, the divine path you were born for. My child, the familiar will call you back. It always does. The old life will try to pull you into what you already overcame. But the new life will whisper to you gently, quietly, softly, like a voice only your soul can hear. You must follow the whisper, not the noise. Because the miracle you are about to receive is not small. It is not temporary. It is not just an improvement. It is a rebirth. Your finances, your relationships, your emotional strength, your sense of identity, your spiritual clarity, your inner peace, will all begin to move into alignment. Your steps will feel guided. Your sleep will feel deeper. Your heart will feel lighter. Your mind will become sharp. Your intuition will become louder. You will begin to notice signs, repeating numbers. Sudden thoughts. Dreams that feel real. Goosebumps without reason. A name or memory appearing out of nowhere. A pull toward a new direction. These are not coincidences. This is heaven speaking to you. My beloved, you are about to enter a season where your spirit becomes louder than your fear. And when that happens, everything changes. Now breathe. Because the next part 1 speak will reveal what exactly is coming into your life next. My beloved, prepare your heart now, because I am about to reveal what is approaching your life. Not in symbols. Not in riddles. Not in mystery. But clearly. You are entering a season where what you lost returns in a higher form. The opportunities you thought were gone, the love you thought you missed, the chance you believed you ruined, the life you thought slipped away from your hands, none of it was lost. It was simply waiting for you to grow into the version of yourself who can now receive it. My child, you prayed for blessing while standing in pain. Now you will receive blessing while standing in strength. This blessing will not break you. It will build you. But listen closely. There are 3 blessings moving toward you. The first is a shift in your financial path. Opportunities will open where there were none. Doors you didn't know existed will reveal themselves. Your hands will be guided. Your ideas will start flowing. A new clarity will come to you like morning light. The money you gave with a pure heart. The sacrifices you made quietly. The decisions you made in faith, are returning to you. Not slowly. Not in pieces. But like a wave. Because heaven knows you will not misuse abundance. You will use it to build, to heal, to protect, to grow. The second blessing is emotional restoration. Your heart has carried wounds that no one saw. You held yourself together so many times, even while breaking inside. But now, peace is coming to you. A peace that does not rely on people. A peace that does not depend on circumstances. A peace that rises from within your soul and fills every corner of your being. This peace will make you stronger than ever before. And the third blessing. My beloved, pay attention to this one. Someone who is aligned with your soul is being guided toward your life path. Not a distraction. Not a test. Not a repetition of your past. But someone whose spirit recognizes your spirit. Someone who does not get intimidated by your depth. Someone who does not shrink in the presence of your light. Someone who will stand beside you instead of draining you. This connection is not accidental. It is written. It has been written for a long time. But it could not come sooner, because your heart needed to learn how to protect itself without closing itself. Now you are ready. And heaven is ready. But my child, before these blessings enter, there is one final interference that attempts to stop them: distraction. You will notice, old emotions may try to return. Old memories may try to pull you. Old wounds may try to speak again. Old patterns may try to reattach themselves. Do not confuse this with failure. It is the last resistance before breakthrough. The darkness always pushes hardest right before heaven breaks through. But this time, you will not break. This time, you will stand. Because you are no longer the version of yourself who once crumbled. You are different now. Your spirit is wiser. Your heart is stronger. Your soul is awake. And now, my beloved, I will reveal the truth about the person whose energy has been blocking your blessing. My beloved, to understand what has been blocking your blessing, you must first understand this: not everyone who stands near you stands with you. Some come close to your life because your light makes them feel warm. But when your light starts to grow brighter, their shadow begins to show. And instead of growing with you, they try to dim you. This person I am speaking of is someone who has been close enough to know your softness, your goodness, your sincerity. They have watched the way your heart loves. They have seen the purity in your intentions. They know the quiet strength in your silence. But instead of cherishing it, they feared it. They feared the moment you would realize who you truly are. Because the moment you recognize your own power, you no longer stay where you are not valued. My child, this person has been pulling at your energy without you noticing. Not always through words, not always through actions, but through their thoughts. Jealousy does not always speak loudly. Sometimes, it just watches. Watches your smile. Watches your growth. Watches your blessings forming. And quietly thinks, why them? Why not me? This thought, even if unspoken, creates spiritual interference. Not because they are evil, but because their heart is not healed. Their pain made them compare themselves to you. It made them feel small in your presence, even though your intention was never to outshine anyone. Your only intention was simply to love and survive. But your survival has been powerful. Your light, without effort, began to expose their insecurities. Instead of healing themselves, they tried to block your rising. Not directly. Not dramatically. Not openly. But subtly. Through doubt. Through emotional withdrawal. Through shifting energy. Through silent judgment. Through small comments that didn't feel right. Through distance that didn't feel explained. You felt it. You didn't need proof. Your spirit felt it. You noticed how your energy changed around them. How your chest felt tight. How your joy felt smaller. How your intuition whispered, something is off. My beloved, you were not imagining it. Your spirit was warning you. But here is the divine truth, they cannot stop your blessing anymore. Their influence has expired. Their access to your energy is ending. Their spiritual connection to your destiny is being severed. Archangel Michael is cutting the cord. Right now. In this moment. You may feel it in your body, a release in your chest, a shift in your breath, a soft wave of relief moving through your heart. That is the blockage breaking. My child, you are stepping into a new timeline. One where your heart is protected. Your spirit is shielded. Your steps are guided. Your blessing is unblocked. And now, your miracle is in motion. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Not eventually. Now. Take this breath, in through the nose, hold, and slowly release. Feel that? That is your spirit aligning. You are ready, beloved. Ready to receive. But now comes a sacred instruction. A simple one. A necessary one. A final step before the manifestation arrives. My beloved, the final step before your blessing arrives is not complicated. It is not heavy. It is not something you must struggle to do. It is something that your soul already knows how to do, but your mind has forgotten. You must release what is already trying to leave your life. Do not chase. Do not cling. Do not hold. Do not argue. Do not fight to prove your worth to anyone. Your destiny will never require you to beg. The moment you release what has been draining your spirit, your blessing will rush in like a flood. Because heaven cannot place a miracle into hands that are still holding what was meant to be temporary. My child, you have outgrown old emotional spaces. You have outgrown certain connections. You have outgrown the version of you that survived. Now you are stepping into the version of you that lives. But hear me carefully, the mind will try to return to the familiar, because the familiar feels safe, even when it hurts. Your spirit, however, is moving forward. This is why you have felt unstable recently. It was not depression. It was not confusion. It was not sadness. It was transition. Your soul was shifting timelines. Your identity was upgrading. Your heart was detaching. Your intuition was calling. You were being pulled toward your next chapter. And transitions feel like falling before they feel like rising. But now, the falling has ended. Now, the rising begins. My beloved, you are going to notice something in the coming days. Your energy will return. Your focus will sharpen. Your emotional strength will build. Your heart will feel clearer. Your inner voice will become louder. Your sleep will become deeper. Your patience will grow. Your sense of self-worth will expand. This is your spirit recalibrating. And in that recalibration, a new reality begins to form around you. You will begin to see, people who once ignored you will start to look for you. Situations that once rejected you will begin opening. Paths that once felt blocked will clear effortlessly. Things that once took so much effort will start aligning with ease. Because when heaven decides your time has come, no one can stand in its way. Not fear. Not delay. Not doubt. Not interference. Not jealousy. Not confusion. What is meant for you moves toward you like water flowing downhill, naturally, inevitably, without force. My child, you are entering a season where your effort will feel blessed. You will no longer work from survival. You will work from clarity. You will no longer love from fear. You will love from fullness. You will no longer walk from uncertainty. You will walk from inner knowing. Your soul will speak louder than your fear. Your heart will speak louder than your wounds. Your destiny will speak louder than your past. My beloved, the path ahead of you is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not average. It is not something everyone receives. Because you are not everyone. You are chosen. Chosen not because you were perfect, but because you remained pure. Chosen not because you never fell, but because you kept standing back up. Chosen not because you knew the way, but because you kept trusting even when everything was dark. You have walked through fire, and your spirit did not burn. You walked through loss, and your soul did not collapse. You walked through storms, and your heart did not close. This is why heaven is rewarding you now. My child, your miracle is already moving. But I need to tell you how it will arrive. Because it will not arrive loudly. It will not arrive with dramatic signs. It will not arrive with noise or chaos. It will arrive in a moment of quiet realization. One day soon, you will wake up and your heart will feel different. Lighter. Clearer. Steadier. And you will say softly to yourself, I feel something is coming. And you will be right. Because your spirit will sense the arrival before your eyes can see it. And when it comes, it will come quickly. Not in pieces. Not slowly. Not in fragments. But like a sudden shift. Like a door swinging open. Like the air changing in a room. Like sunrise breaking a long night in one breath of light. My beloved, you must be ready for this. So now, I will reveal how to walk into this blessing with power. My beloved, listen carefully now, because the way you step into this blessing is just as important as the blessing itself. The miracle that is approaching you is not just a moment. It is a transformation. And transformations require alignment. Your spirit is already ready. Your heart is already opening. Your soul is already awakening. Now the mind must come into agreement. Because your mind is the door. If the mind fears, the door closes. If the mind trusts, the door opens. My child, you do not need to understand every step ahead. You only need to be willing to walk. You need to stop asking, what if it doesn't work? What if I am not enough? What if I fail again? You must replace those thoughts with, what if this time, it finally works? What if this blessing is already mine? What if everything is finally turning in my favor? Because it is. The shift has already begun. But let me tell you the truth, there are two voices inside you right now. One voice is small, afraid, tired, worried, uncertain. This voice was shaped by past pain. The second voice is deeper, stronger, quieter, calmer. This voice is your spirit. And your spirit has already seen the future that is coming to you. Your spirit already knows the outcome. Your spirit already recognizes the blessing. This is why, even in your hardest moments, you did not give up. You didn't give up because something in you knew, I am not meant to stay here. I am meant to rise. My beloved, that voice was heaven speaking inside you. Now, that voice is about to become louder than your fear. You will start to feel courage you haven't felt in a long time. Not loud courage. Not dramatic courage. Not bold shouting courage. But quiet, steady, unshakable courage. The kind that says, I don't know how yet, but I know I will make it. This is the courage that moves mountains. This is the courage that shifts timelines. This is the courage that receives miracles. My child, you must begin to walk with the posture of someone who is already blessed. Not someone who is waiting, but someone who is becoming. Wake up each day and say, I am ready. I am aligned. I am chosen. Because you are. My beloved, your blessing is not coming someday. Your blessing is not far. Your blessing is not delayed. Your blessing is already here. You are not waiting for it. It is waiting for you to step into the version of yourself who can hold it. This is the version who knows, I am worthy. I am chosen. I am guided. I am protected. I am rising. And now, I will begin to speak about the specific events you will notice as your miracle unfolds. They may be small at first, but they are signs that heaven is opening the path. Signs such as, a sudden feeling of relief for no reason. A quiet sense of hope returning. Your mind feeling clearer. Your sleep becoming deeper. Your chest feeling lighter. Someone from your past may try to contact you, not to stay, but to test if you have truly grown. You will feel less anxious. You will take deeper breaths. You will trust more and fear less. These are signals. Signals that the old timeline is closing and the new timeline is activating. And now, my beloved, I will reveal what your new timeline looks like. My beloved, the timeline you are stepping into is not a continuation of your past. It is a new chapter. A chapter where the things that once drained you no longer have access to you. A chapter where your heart is no longer heavy. A chapter where your mind is no longer confused. A chapter where you do not wake up carrying yesterday's wounds. This is a chapter of lightness. A chapter where your spirit rises above every old limit. Where you are no longer begging for clarity, because clarity will come to you easily. Naturally. Gently. Your intuition will guide you without hesitation. Your heart will know where to go. Your soul will feel safe with itself again. My child, you will no longer search for who you are. You will remember who you are. You will remember that your soul is ancient. Your heart is sacred. Your presence is a gift. Your spirit is strong. There is something holy about you. Even when life made you doubt your value, God did not. Even when others did not see your worth, heaven did. Even when you questioned your purpose, creation knew it was unfolding exactly on time. This is why your blessing is arriving now, not earlier. Earlier, you would have apologized for your blessing. Earlier, you would have tried to shrink it to make others comfortable. Earlier, you would have lowered your light to avoid attention. But now, your soul has matured. Your spirit has expanded. Your heart has healed in ways others cannot see. And now you are ready to hold what belongs to you. My beloved, this blessing is not loud. It does not arrive with chaos. It arrives in alignment. Your life will begin to feel like, I don't have to force anything anymore. Because what is yours will come, will stay, will grow, will thrive with ease. But listen to this part very carefully. Ease does not mean nothing will be asked of you. Ease means nothing unnatural will be required of you. You will not have to betray yourself. You will not have to shrink yourself. You will not have to sacrifice your peace. You will not have to beg for love. You will not have to justify your worth. Your blessing will fit your soul like a key fits its lock. My child, the path ahead may still have silence. But silence does not mean absence. Silence means preparation. Because heaven moves quietly when the miracle is close. You will begin to feel a calm where there used to be fear. A patience where there used to be pressure. A certainty where there used to be confusion. This is your spirit synchronizing with your destiny. And now I must tell you something sacred. Something that will feel like it is speaking directly to the deepest part of you. My beloved, your life has been watched over. Not just guided. Protected. There were moments you should have been broken. But you were held. There were attacks that should have reached you. But they were blocked. There were losses that should have sunk you. But you rose. You have never been alone. Not once. Not for a second. Even when it looked like no one was there, an angel was standing in front of you, shielding your life with its wings. That same angel is speaking to you now, saying, "You are safe to rise. You are safe to receive. You are safe to let go. You are safe to become. My beloved, your becoming begins now. And the life that is coming toward you will not look like your past. It will look like your prayers.